So right on cue, my brain is kicking it up a notch. I've been listening to music with headphones since holotropic breathwork, just in noticing the profound effect that music has on the brain and consciousness. And I'm listening to an old DJ Paulo tribal house music set, and I've written quite a few pages related to stuff for the mental health advocate business. And it's probably stuff I've written before a bunch of times. But it's hard to put things into a structure for me. I thought of something new. I thought about creating a 1-year course for people with bipolar consciousness, with a lot of different videos and things that might help normalize some of the experiences. And these are some of the supplements I'm taking right now. And I came across a website yesterday. I was looking up vitamins for psychosis and things like that. And I found some links about the different vitamins that are depleted by taking antipsychotics. And also some of the vitamins that help with some of what happens to people when they go on antipsychotics, like weight gain or diabetes or problems with blood lipids and things. And they were vitamin C, vitamin E maybe, and some other things. And then I ordered NAC and acetylcysteine and coenzyme Q10, some vitamin D, and red palm oil because it had the vitamin E tocotrienols and tocopherols, as well as vitamin A. And I found on a web page that those are some of the things that help when somebody's taking antipsychotics. And I remember having that stuff before, the red palm oil, and it didn't taste the greatest, but I'm willing to try it again because it said it tastes good on the description. And then I came across a website called balancingbrainchemistry.co.uk, and it's by a guy named Peter Smith, and he does Skype consults, but they're $165 Canadian. But I might do it to see what he has to say, because it's cool. He says he advocates for self-medicating with different supplements and things when you learn how to do it. And I've sort of learned how to do that with the meds, like taking them when I have to and then tapering off when I don't, and not really needing a psychiatrist to tell me what to do, and also being able to avoid the hospital, which is huge because that can be super re-traumatizing. So yeah, I might call him to see what he has to say. He has some interesting perspectives, and there's still a lot of possibilities to explore, and we'll see what happens. And I'm also going to try to make an appointment with that shaman, and I'm also going to make an acupuncture appointment because that energy is still there, especially later in the day. I'm wondering if it has something to do with the conversion of serotonin to melatonin, because it happens later in the day at like 5 p.m. or 6, and then doesn't really stop. And it's quite vibraty, and it's in the root chakra area. So it could be something that is helped by acupuncture because it feels like an energy thing. And interestingly enough, I was listening to the Schumann Resonance on YouTube. And then after I took the headphones off, I could still hear something in my head. Like when I shook my head, it sounded like kind of like metal warping. And then even when I didn't shake my head, I could hear this sound. It was really weird. It's like listening to that created some kind of stored up sound in my brain that I could hear later. And then I was thinking that maybe this energy that I feel is something to do with the Schumann resonance. And I'm not sure, but it was really, really bizarre. And I like when bizarre things like that happen because it encourages me to keep going and keep investigating. And what was the other thing? Oh, I only took half a Seroquel last night, 900 milligrams of lithium. I might try to switch to orotate under the guidance of this Peter Smith naturopath in the UK. And also 50 plus half of a 25 of trazodone. And I had weird dreams. I watched the movie It Happened on Fifth Avenue, which is a really, really old Christmas movie. And I had a dream like that where I was moving people into a big house. And something else, but I can't remember. And there could be more. I was writing down a lot of stuff for this business and seeing how it could start small and expand into other people with bipolar being advocates and learning about themselves, and also advocating for the bipolar perspective and what it has to offer and what it potentially has to offer if we get together and are working together like that. Because most approaches are, well, there's something wrong with you. What if the world could be a little bit more bipolar? For example, everyone walks around, not everyone, but people walk around in general trying to be consistent. What if people didn't try to be consistent, but responded more fluidly to the moment? And I think that's what we're doing in bipolar partly. This experience, I think, has confirmed quite a bit of what I've talked about with myself, oddly enough. So we'll see. I'm going to keep going, of course. And I think a big thing that I wrote down was that when people get diagnosed, family members are often devastated or feel like it's some kind of tragedy. What if that perspective can be moved to its journey, adventure, exploration, opportunity? And a lot of it's scary and there's a lot of suffering, but it can be interesting as well.